What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the Anything Better podcast, NFL edition, and we are talking about week number 14, which seems absolutely insane that we're already on week 14.
Paul, where is the fall going?
Dude, I can't believe there's only 4 weeks left. Is anything more sad than like when you know it's the last week of NFL and then you just got to hope that your basketball team does well? Guys, we got a great show. Got some really good picks. Got some sports news that I need to talk about before we get into this. But before anything, we have to shout out our great sponsor. It's the BetMGM sponsor, everybody. You guys know how to do it. You've been watching the show for a long time. To get the best lines, go to BetMGM. All you got to do is download the BetMGM Sportsbook app on your phone. Okay, sign up using bonus code Burr, that's BURR, and deposit at least $10 into your BetMGM Sportsbook account. Place your first wager and receive up to $1,500 back in bonus bets.
Jesus
if the bet
Christ.
loses. Yes. So if the bet loses, your bonus bets will be available once your initial wager is settled, guys. So $10, have some fun, and hope you're enjoying the picks. It was a very successful week for our show. I believe nobody went under 500. Bill went 3-1. I went 2-2. I know Andrew
and Jake the Snake went 4-0.
Jake the Snake went 4-0. So we gave you a total of 12-4 last week, guys. But we had a rough one with that under over for the Monday night special.
Oh yeah. Oh, I watched that clip. That did not age well. You're like, dude, Jacksonville's winning the game. Jacksonville's they're winning the game. That's what. I'll tell you what I was so fucking wrong about. I saw this guy on Instagram going like, the 49ers are going to beat the shit out of they're just winning that game. They're going to beat the crap out of them. I've never been more, that is the most wrong I've been about any game of the year. They weren't even in the same class.
Dude, I haven't seen an old school beating like that in a long time.
I'll tell you the last time I saw it.
Well, week one, my team, but.
No. When it was like two big teams, oh man, this is going to be a heavyweight battle, and one team just goes, no man, you're not even in our class. When the Patriots beat the Rex Ryan's Jets, we beat the shit out of them in December. But then what happened, Paul?
Yeah,
the playoffs, they came back to our house and they beat us.
Wow.
Now those are two completely different teams with completely different players, but this is a sports show. So I have to act like that's something to be concerned about.
You know, well, you know what's funny is the 49ers.
You know, historically speaking, it's 72 degrees. The Jets have not. I hate when they do that.
The 49ers actually said that, though. The 49ers go, this game is not going to be a good game. They go, we're a better team and we're going to show it. And they fucking did. They did.
Dude, that was like that was one of those look away. I mean,
dude, that was one of those where the other team looked like, oh, man, we have maybe things aren't that good. Like, that was.
I'll tell you what blows my mind is every time you watch an Eagles home game, you always see there's like fucking people in the crowd with the other team's jersey on. You know what I mean?
I can't believe it.
I don't have any sympathy for those people.
No.
The same way when there's a fucking hurricane and the Coast Guard says stay home and some fucking idiot goes out surfing or fucking goes, splashing in the waves. I don't have any sympathy for you.
Nope.
Stay home.
I wouldn't go to any sporting event with my jersey on away on the road. And I was talking to these people. They were Minnesota Twin fans. And he was like a fan of my comedy. He went with his wife back in the day. And I saw him later. And he goes, it just kind of ruined our time. We were wearing all our Twin stuff at Yankee Stadium. And people were yelling. He goes, I had a red hoodie on, and they were calling me Little Red Riding Hood. And he goes, it just ruined my time. And I wanted to go like, yeah, man, like just wear a neutral color and enjoy baseball. Like, why would you do that?
Because they're from the Midwest.
They're drunk assholes that are going to fucking ruin your time, dude.
They're from the Midwest. They come out there. They pretend they're not racist. They don't have how are you? Have you gone to the mall? And they act like they're these really nice people. They're not. But nobody's better at pretending that they're nice, decent human beings than people from the Midwest. But those people are out of their fucking minds.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. They got that.
Yeah, those are like,
yeah.
Look, dude, Slipknot's from out there. You ever listen to that fucking music? That band never made sense to me as far as where they came from until I went to Iowa in February, and I was like, I get it.
Yeah. They kind of got like that Canadian thing where Canadians act nice, but Canadians are not nice. They're really passive aggressive, and they talk
Super
a lot.
Passive aggressive.
Oh,
yeah.
dude!
And the game they embraced, like, is the only game that of the 4 major sports we can just beat the shit out of somebody and go sit down for 5 minutes and keep playing.
Oh, hey, you want to have a pint? Hey, oh, we're glad you're visiting. Hey, you fucking hate us.
If you need any advice for some food spots, I'll fucking lunatics.
I got to talk about this real quick because this is the biggest thing that's happened to my team in a long time. The New York Yankees signing Juan Soto last night is as big as you could get. One of the biggest left-handed bats in baseball. The Yankees were like, after not making the play, that's the one good thing about being a Yankee fan. And when you don't make the playoffs, is they just fly off the handle and make a move, spend money they shouldn't spend, but it makes the fans happy. So we'll see.
Yeah, you guys got a lot. You got what's his face from us too. Our left fielder there.
Alex Verdugo. Yeah. I didn't get a chance to watch a lot of him. Is he a good ball player?
Yeah, you know what he is too. He's also he's a great presence in the clubhouse too. He'll immediately be a favorite. Yeah, that was a hard one for Red Sox fans. But we've watched everybody leave. He was part of the Mookie Betts deal. So now we've got nothing out of the Mookie Betts deal. Now we've basically, I think that was the last remnant of it. Major piece anyway. So we start over again. So you guys are going back to what you did before. You know, you tried, Paul. What you got? I'll give it to the Yankees. You guys actually tried to win with what you had, like a lot of people, have done over the years. You're like, yeah, it's too hard.
Yeah, I think Hal Steinbrenner, or is it Hal Steinbrenner, kept hearing he's not like the old man. The old man would have fucking lost it and fired people, and then they didn't make the playoffs. And
how do you guys kept? You must need help in pitching though. You got a couple of bats. Well,
we got the Cy Young. We got what's his name had a great season, and Garrett Cole.
Oh, he did. Okay,
dude. You know what was crazy is I was in Brian Cashman's box.
Hey, stay away from his wife, okay?
My manager. No, he wasn't in there.
Oh, okay.
And all of a sudden I see Omar Minaya in there. And they got Omar Minaya in there to be like, he's like a legendary scout and all this. And he was with the Mets when they went to the World Series, and he's from Queens. And I'm in there. It's just me and him. And he's eating sushi and he's talking, and I'm telling him I'm a comedian. I'm telling him all this stuff. And we had a great talk. I'm like, dude, when they put your name through the mud on the fan, like, are you? And he's like, nah. He's like, because you know what? He goes, when it's good about me, I like that. So when it's bad, I'll take that. Right. We're talking. I hear him. This is amazing, actually. I hear him in the way suites are next to suites, but when you come out on the ledge, you could see the suite right next to that suite.
Yeah.
The Yankee president, Randy Levine, comes down from the other suite, and Omar Minaya is in our suite, and I hear them talking. And like the game's over, the Yankees aren't in the playoffs. This is a meaningless game. We're down 5 runs. And I actually hear Omar Minaya say to the Yankee president, he's like, yeah, they're having a business talk in front of me as people are like a few of us, because it was an empty thing except us.
What did they say?
And he goes, we need 2 left bats here. He goes, if we get 2 more lefty bats in here on this current roster. And I'm listening to one of the best baseball scouts tell the president, and he's like, we need 2. And then all of a sudden I'm hearing like the Soto thing, and they're trying to get another one. And I'm going, holy shit. Like, I was listening to this conversation, and then we get Juan Soto. So
that was your problem, the bats? It wasn't pitching? I always feel if you have a bad season, it's, it's pitching.
No, but what's it called? We had our first baseman, Anthony Rizzo, was a great lefty bat, especially for Yankee Stadium. He went down with a concussion, and he was out for months, and that losing that bat really hurt us. So I think having lefty bats in there, especially a guy like Soto, who's dangerous.
Paul, what more do you need? You're playing a wiffle ball park.
Hey, man.
I mean, like, how much further? What more do they got to fucking do down there?
And it's like, so let's get some more lefty bats.
Just fucking with you, Paul.
Oh,
how about Paul Virzi? Shout out to Paul Virzi. You just named like 10 guys I've never even heard of. Fucking Omar Moreno's up there talking to the fucking, Mikey Rizzo, who's over there talking to the president. I haven't heard one of a scout. No, Paul, I don't. I have a fucking life. I don't have time to know what the fucking scouts' names are.
Oh, but
some people, dude, they're $3 million over the cap. It's like, how do you fucking know that? How do you have the time in your fucking day to know that?
It's just,
this is all jealousy, Paul. It's all jealousy. because the stomach flu went through my fucking house. I've been up to my armpits and fucking shit and puke.
There it is.
There it is. We got see, Paul, the old me. The old me wouldn't get to the root of the problem. God bless you, Paul. Enjoy that new left-handed bat. You know, when you're eating your fucking tater tots and down by all those fucking empty seats nobody can afford. Yeah. That stupid fucking stadium. I remember when that stadium was built, you're like, Bill, it's almost too much. Ugh, I had to go for a walk after you said that.
Did I say that?
Yeah, you sounded like you were talking about your wedding dress. I felt too pretty.
They got sushi and steakhouse.
They got sushi. Right. You can fucking buy a timeshare on the mezzanine level. That's the fuck. That park fucking sucks because the old Yankee Stadium had one of the greatest, most iconic fucking sounds in the playoff. When MLB would mic that fucking thing up, and you guys would start cheering with 2 strikes. I mean, I hate as a Red Sox fan to say it. It was fucking iconic. And now it's like $9 million per seat. You guys look like you're in last place even when you're in first place. There's nobody at the game. I got to blow my nose. I apologize.
I don't like the stadiums that are open the whole way around. It used to be you walk through the fucking tunnel or you walk through that thing and then you see the field. It was like the field was this magical thing that you had to get to. And now when you get in the stadium, you can see it all around. I will say this, though. The 1923 replica of how it exactly looked when you're sitting, I do like, and I like the facade on the side.
I do like that. I like that they put the facade going back around the thing. Yeah, that was good. Let's not shit on the whole thing.
All right, let's go. I got my first pick here. First pick for week 14. I went 2-2 the last 3 weeks.
We put a mall out in right field at Fenway.
What happened?
Oh, that was the Patriots. The Patriots built a mall next to their stadium. Patriots Place, Paul. You want to go buy a polo shirt? That's what I think about when I think about football. I go, you know what? I need to buy some socks.
Tom Brady's TB12 store at the fuck. All right.
Tom Brady versus time.
All right, man. This is I like this week's numbers. I like this week's spreads.
Oh, Paulie likes it. Paulie likes it.
I like this week's spreads. I think, my first pick here, I'm going to take the Philadelphia Eagles on the road against the Cowboys. They got really humiliated last week.
You fucking asshole. I like that pick.
They're getting 3.5, dude. And I just think
if they get this shit kicked out of them by the Cowboys, you got to put Nicky on fucking suicide watch.
Oh, dude.
That guy, you know what I love about him? He fucking feels feelings.
Yeah, he does.
That guy has his heart on his fucking sleeve. Like if he was in Platoon, he's that guy. I got a bad feeling about this one, man.
I give him credit though, man. He wasn't like walking off fast. He gave the other coach a hug and said nice things.
I just love that he's always yelling at people. It's like the game before it's done. Yeah, fuck you. We're going to fucking kill you. And then he's walking out. The Chiefs fans, you're not saying shit now, are you?
Why did they make that fat dude?
Oh, and he nodded at the camera. Dude, I'm telling you, this guy, the more I watch him, the more I love him. He's like, he's one of those guys, like his wife's going like, Nick, don't take the bait. Just come on, honey. Don't take the bait. I'm going to be cool today. I'm going to be cool today.
Loving him is a little strong, I think.
I love a man that struggles with his emotions. I relate to
him. No, he said nice things to Kyle Shanahan. He hugged him. Hey, great job. But dude, I'm going to tell you something right now. If the Eagles go and fucking lay an egg in Dallas, I don't think that's going to happen. I'm taking them 3.5, a little bounce back after a national humiliation.
Oh, yeah, dude. That was a day that would live in infamy. All right, so you took one of my favorite picks of the week. You know what, Paul? I'm going to keep riding this Packers train. I say the Packers go in there. I love their quarterback. I love what they did last week, the way they hung with the Chiefs. Actually beat the Chiefs. I know they're laying 6.5. I know they're in the Giants, but I mean, what do you guys? You got fucking Anthony Marcucci, fucking
Tommy Cutlets.
Tommy Cutlets playing fucking quarterback there. You know, you guys can't stay away from the club on a Friday, Saturday night. Come on, he's going out. He's going to wake up, have a little fucking Sunday gravy. I like the Packers, 6.5. Lay it 6.5. This is a smoothie, by the way. I'm not drinking chocolate milk like a little boy that I am.
I'm going to have fun with you. I'm going to have fun with you this week because I was going to actually, for the first time in the history of our show, of our amazing sports football show, I was going to do something that Paul Virzi has never done before. And what I was going to do is I was going to take the Packers against my Giants. For the first time ever, I was going to go against my Giants because it was going to be a game that I couldn't lose. Either I win the game or my team wins. But then I said, you know something? I'll go head-to-head with you on this one, Bill. I'm going to take Tommy.
I'm trying to beat the book.
No, dude.
Don't fall on the knife.
What do you mean?
It's your fucking Paul. The fans know you're a real fan. We know it. You're a Knick fan, diehard Knick fan. You're a diehard Giants fan. You're a diehard Yankee fan. We know this. You don't have to prove this.
I gotta go Tommy Cutlets on Monday night under the lights.
You know who he is? You know who he is? He's your new fucking what's his face there? Dude, what's with my I almost said Gino Capoletti. Who's the fucking guy that was the guy, the 49ers and then the Raiders? Good looking Italian kid. Garoppolo. This is your new Garoppolo. Paul Virzi cannot lay off an Italian American quarterback.
I can't.
You just can't. He starts hearing the Sinatra music.
And then they start giving him nicknames with food. It's over, dude.
Tommy Cutlets. That's over.
I think the Packers could win the game. Maybe the Giants hang with them and get a little backdoor.
You know what, Paul? I think you ate too much gnocchi last night. I think you got fucking potato brains right now.
Oh boy.
All right, what am I going with next? You know, I want to know why the fuck are the Chiefs only favored by 1.5 points? Did somebody get hurt? Jake the Snake. Where are you, Jake? Anything happening out there?
I don't think so. I saw that too. That was very suspicious.
Chiefs are coming off a loss against the Packers. The Bills, they know it's fucking over. It's only a 1.5. You gonna tell me that those guys aren't gonna get it done? That fucking Patrick Mahomes isn't gonna run around like a reindeer like he does there, Paul, on his tippy toes? I'm gonna go with the Chiefs. I'm going with the Chiefs, Paul.
You're going with the Chiefs. All right.
I'm going with the Chiefs. You can put that down in the book.
I've watched too many Jets games where they just have no offense. No offense. They're on their third quarterback. It's a mess in New York media. They don't know what to do. The coach is saying this. The other quarterback's saying this. They're talking about people getting fired. The Texans are on fire. And they have a quarterback.
How can you fire their fucking coach, dude? Aaron Rodgers went down. They made the move. This is just a bad luck year. The fact that the fucking New York media is eating this guy alive. I mean, from day one, the fucking head of the snake got chopped off. What are they supposed to do? No,
that's true. But there's really penalties that are like when your penalties are bad, dude. They're a bad team. They're an undisciplined team. They're a team that gets a pick six and gives up a pick. I mean, it's fucking.
This is Paulie Giants talking.
No. I mean, listen.
Paul, their defense has been on the field the whole fucking year. Yeah, they're a little frustrated. They're taking some dumb things. There's psychology involved here. This isn't all analytics.
No.
Paul, I'm wearing a satin jacket. You got to listen to me.
And it's shiny and new.
Well, you know what it is? It's the lighting in here.
Dude, it's popping.
Dude, I look like I jumped in a swimming pool with this jacket. I was home the whole time.
I'm going to take the Texans -3.5. I think the Jets are finito.
You want to talk about finito? Was watching the fucking Chargers-Patriots game.
Oh.
I just sat there, Paul, on the couch. I don't think I moved the entire game. It was 6-0. I was just sitting in the corner going, I remember this. And then they were wearing the old Pat Patriot uniforms, which when they bring them back, can you go with the black cleats too? Let's go all the way back to the AFL. What are we doing here, Paul? All right, Paul. I don't have a good feeling about this week because this next pick, I don't know why I'm doing this. Why would you do this?
That's why I feel about my Giants pick, but hey.
You what?
That's how I feel about my Giants pick. I don't, I'm doing that one for fun.
Chargers won 6-0. The Broncos are getting 3 points. I think both of these teams are very evenly matched. It's a division rivalry game. They're getting fucking points.
Bill loves a division.
I can't fucking figure out the fucking Broncos.
I know.
And I just don't understand what's going on with Russell. Like, how do you drop off like that? Vikings and Raiders, man, we got a bunch of fucking, like, this week feels like 2 a.m. at a bar, you know? Like, what am I going home with here? I like when you think that, like, you weren't part of the problem, like the chicks weren't looking over at you like, yeah. I mean, I guess I'll fuck them. All right, so you took the Texans. That was something I was going to do. You know something? Just for the fun of it, Paul, I'm going to take the Ravens. I'm going to take all fucking favorites this week.
Oh, my God. You fucking can't stop with the Ravens, dude.
Well, you know what it is, Paul? The fucking the Rams covered last week. The Rams are very erratic, and I don't think they're good on the road, especially when they get out of the division and they play an AFC team from Baltimore. Historically speaking.
And they're coming off
the Rams get out of their division and they go to Baltimore.
Yep. And Baltimore's home coming off a bye. They're a little rested up. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like, you know, they'll have a little spark in their step. 7 points. Why not? Hey, Paul, why not start the game down 7-0?
Hey, Bill, who are you?
Who am I? I'm nobody.
All right, here we go. I'm going to do this just because I saw this kid play last week. I watched Browning play for the Bengals, Joe Burrow's backup. And the kid was sharp as hell. They got Joe Mixon running the ball like a madman. They got Chase. T. Higgins is back. Boyd is back.
1 week. Paulie 1 week. He sees a guy 1 week and you want to crown him? Go ahead and crown him.
No, it's actually his third week now coming up.
No, he did play great.
And he played really good. And the Colts,
they rubbed his balls all over all those fucking network shows, Paul. So you got to be thinking that other defenses, they might take exception to that.
Look, what's his name? Minshew. What's Minshew's name? Gardner Minshew.
I love Gardner Minshew.
Gardner Minshew. They're flying high over there, but the line is 1. I would probably go the other way if it wasn't in Cincy, but it is in Cincy. They're coming off of a win, and they got a lot of talent. -1. It's basically a pick 'em. So I'm going to take the home team with a pick 'em after a win and see if this kid Browning could throw a couple wins together.
You know what? The way you broke that game down, you convinced me. I think that's a good pick. Here's my question, Paul. Is Trevor Lawrence still out? Like, what happened to him?
Trevor Lawrence is out for weeks with it wasn't broken, his ankle, but he's got a high ankle sprain. He's probably going to be out until the playoffs.
I feel bad for all the ladies in Jacksonville. You know,
what's
they love
up,
looking
Andrew?
at him.
Can't hear you, man. You're on mute.
Sorry, they said 2 weeks for him.
2 weeks?
Yeah,
all right. So that's week 17.
And Joe Flacco, Paul. I thought that guy retired 5 years ago.
Dude,
Joe Flacco coming out of fucking nowhere. I believe in Joe Flacco. -3 at home. Oh, you fucking motherfucker. I hate this week. Blah, 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 blah. My Lions are going to the Bears.
Now I'm worried
There's
about
nothing worse. Dude, last week when I bet the fucking Lions and they were up 21-0, I go, finally, I got a fucking easy game. Right? And then, like, here come the Saints. They all just come fucking running back. Dude, I'm telling you, Paul, this didn't happen when I was a kid. The way that
there were blowouts last week, dude.
Paul, you keep saying that.
There were, though.
Paul, I'm not talking about – there was blowouts when I was a kid. And you know what a blowout was? Being down 21-0 in the first fucking quarter. You didn't come back from that.
Right.
That was a historical comeback every fucking week. I'm betting on something. My voice is cracking over here, Paul.
Yeah,
I'm opening up to you.
We were talking about this on text. I think there's a lot of bad teams that fucking don't know how to close a game. Like that
Paul, you don't think that they've changed the rules so much so that no game is ever out of reach? No game is ever out of reach now. That games were fucking over with a quarter to go when I was a kid. You know what happened, Paul? People shut the fucking game off and they didn't watch the commercials. So the advertiser's like, what the fuck? If this is a blowout, we should have a little thing here in the contract that I don't have to fucking pay if nobody's watching. They used to switch the game off, throw you to somebody else. Now all of a sudden, Paul, you're telling me out of 32 quarterbacks, like fucking 27 of them are Joe Montana?
No.
I'm looking out for Gardner Minshew.
It's hard to hear that name and not, no offense to him, but.
Dude, there is not a quarterback in the league that cannot cannot have an amazing fourth quarter comeback now. That was not the case. When I was coming up, it was fucking John Elway, Joe Montana. There was like a handful of guys that could do it, and everybody else. I don't know, Paul. Maybe it's the video games.
Yeah, I mean, look, man. They definitely do like makeup calls and shit like that, but I do think the better teams, like I really thought the shocker for me was I thought the Eagles and 49ers were going to come down to like a last
Paul, I have a
possession.
shocker for you.
A what?
I got a shocker for you. I'm going to take the Seattle Seahawks, getting 10.5 points, division rivalry going down there. They always play them. It's always a fucking tight game.
Oh,
I think 49ers are walking around. They're sucking their own dicks. All they're waiting for is like a Cowboys. They don't give a fuck about the Seahawks. Seahawks aren't a threat to them. They're going to come in there, fucking lean it to the side a little bit, They're still going to be taking off their fucking jewelry, and it's already going to be fucking 10-10 at halftime. I'm telling you.
if there's two things I've learned about you since we've been doing this show is Bill loves a sneaky Pete bet, and he loves the Raven Bits games.
Yeah, I mean, Paul, why are you acting like you don't have tendencies?
Oh, I do. I'm the Chargers.
Okay.
Before the show started this morning, when I was looking at the lines, I saw those two games, and I liked the Seahawks getting all those points. And I was hoping Bill would. I didn't say anything before the show, but I swear to God, I think I started to tell Jake I was really hoping Bill would take both the Seahawks and the Ravens. I swear to God, I was like, this is the week that Bill just
finally my theories come together. They finally come together. Paul,
Dude,
don't take that personally. I saw you. You look down like
No.
We're rooting for everybody here, which is why I don't know why you went head to head.
No. I'm saying you're starting the game with 10.5 points, and the Seattle Seahawks are desperate. I mean, that's a game that like you should. That's a good one. That's a great pick. That's all I was saying. That's
Dude,
a great
who's that
pick.
kid on Cincinnati? That wide receiver that caught that ball and took off and looked like DK Metcalf. There's like fucking 5 or 6 receivers in the league that have like Deion Sanders. Chase.
Was it T.
Jamar
Higgins?
Chase.
I don't know. Oh, Chase is amazing.
He's got the perfect last name.
No, that's why
That guy was like crossing the goal line and he was still separating from defensive backs. Like, if I was an NFL team, I'm looking for the next Darryl Green. Like, who isn't? But like beyond his covering ability, Darryl Green's speed, like these guys nowadays, like DK Metcalf is like, the guy's a fucking Terminator.
No, that was nuts.
He should not be that size running that fast. It's terrifying.
It was ridiculous.
And the Patriots could have drafted him.
Really?
Yeah. He was on the board.
Yeah.
He was on the board. Well, it's easy after you see the guy crush it. I hate when people do that. How the fuck did you take this guy after that guy? You know why? Because neither one of them played an NFL game. And I think DK was hurt. Someone was telling me he was hurt his senior season. He went to Mississippi. MIS. SIS.
You're making me sad, dude. You know what that made me think about? Oh, it hurts. It's the hat.
Paul, you know I love you to death. Please don't be sad during the holidays.
No, dude, the hat I'm wearing now, we were a pick away from the story of the Knicks. Isn't so much that they leave people on the board. They have. The story about the Knicks is we're one pick after the pick, and the pick before that we missed by one pick was Steph Curry. Steph Curry was 7, dude, and we had 8 or whatever. Dude,
your voice is Steph Curry 7.
Dude, if Steph Curry, all you can do is just look up at God and go,
All right. I got worried when you said you're sad. Because being sad in April is all right. But being sad in December, that's when you really got to keep an eye on your friend.
Well, you know what? Yeah. You know why I'm not sad? You know what made me out of my sad? The gift that keeps on giving, everybody. When you feel like it's absolutely over, the New York Yankees give you a gift with a bow on it and says, we'll see what we can do with this.
We're getting all you suckers to go buy some tickets.
Yeah, it's true. All right. Oh, we got to talk about one team that you mentioned, and we talked about this. I know our picks are over. Are the Miami Dolphins for real, or are the Miami Dolphins blowing out teams? Because their line this week is they are minus 13.5 against the Tennessee Titans. They are absolutely obliterating teams that are around 500 or less, and they're struggling against teams that are better.
Struggling. They've lost to everybody. They lost to the fucking Bills. They lost to the Ravens. They lost to the Niners, and they lost to the Eagles. They've lost to all.
They didn't lose to the Ravens, though. I think they played the Ravens on New Year's Eve.
Oh, I thought they lost to the Ravens.
They lost to the they do. They
I
lose.
finally sounded like I knew what I was talking about.
You know what? With that jacket today, I shouldn't have even said that. I should have just let you go.
I love the jacket. I love the team, regardless of their fucking record. What are you going to do?
Are the Miami Dolphins going to get a big surprise in the playoffs, Bill, or what?
Yes.
All right. Dude,
I think they could win 1 week, but I just don't think that they're not beating the Chiefs. I don't think they are. Paul, this stand-up comedian says that professional football franchise is not beating this other football franchise.
Dude, the Baltimore Ravens are going to be a fucking problem, I think. I think the Baltimore Ravens may be there in the AFC Championship game. I don't know, man. That kid is good.
I think the fucking Bengals, if they can make it in, could be a problem for somebody. They have a great defense, and all of a sudden this kid's playing all right.
Yeah. Joe Burrow, man. That would have been.
You don't want to play a fucking team with a really good defense in the playoffs. You just don't. How deep is that, Paul, huh? You ever thought, you've never had that thought before? Really, Bill? Oh, I thought you wanted to play a fucking team. You don't want to play a team with a bad defense.
Hey, I tell you what, you guys don't want to play a team with a good wide receiver, a good running game, and a decent defense in the playoffs. You do not want to see that team. Good quarterback?
A lot of people don't think you need a good quarterback to win, but I'll tell you this, Paul. And I'll take the hits on social media.
I'll tell you what, dude.
You need a franchise-level player at the quarterback position.
You know what? Listen, I don't know much.
I would build my offense around it. That's just me.
Yeah, I don't know much, but I'll tell you what. You do not want to go against a good, experienced coach in the playoffs. All I'm saying.
You don't want to. I'll tell you what. You really want to avoid a stacked team. Okay, with gamers at every position. By the way, Paul, who do you like between Michigan and Alabama?
I watched Alabama in that Georgia game. Oh, by the way, Andrew Themlis just said Ravens looking better against the Chiefs in the AFC. Yeah, that's going to be if it's Ravens-Chiefs AFC Championship game, dude. I think gun to my head, I'll take Baltimore.
Dolphins, Jake the Snake. Dolphins haven't beaten a team over 500 in 2 years.
Wow. See, that's why Jake was hired. Jake, you're earning your money, Jake.
Do you know what it is, Paul? You know what it is about the Dolphins? Dolphins are like that fucking six that puts on a bunch of makeup and a wig and fuck me pumps and all that. That's what they are. Okay? And then you get her home and she starts taking everything off.
No, they're all tits, no ass. It's like
that's perfect. Dolphins are all tits, no ass. That's fucking perfect. We got to keep that one. That's a Paul Virziism right there.
That's a good. Yeah, you show up, you see.
Hey, Paul, there's a lot of paint on that house.
I saw what Alabama did to Georgia, man. And I got to be honest, I was really impressed with how Alabama, I know that turnover that the quarterback with Georgia dropped the ball and he didn't even know that fucked him up. But Michigan's good, dude. That's a good game, man. That's a good game. Who do you like?
Alabama. It's gonna come down. I think they both have unbelievably talented players, both great programs. But at the end of the day, it's Nick Saban. They're gonna get him.
SEC versus the
Big Ten.
The Big Ten and
the Big 46, but they still call it the Big Ten.
Yeah, and usually the SEC is better, right? Better competition in that conference.
You're dealing with Nick Saban. It's like if you're a number one pick coming out of high school and Alabama calls, you're going. So he's just what the program that he's built there. People know that you're going to be playing on a national TV. You're going to get all this exposure, and you're going to win championships. So they basically, I feel like because of that, at every position, their player would be, they have guys on the sideline that would probably be starting at most colleges, and then the number two backup. I just think like the level of because I've with the kids I can't watch as much as I like to, but like I've seen a few games and like some guy goes down, you're like, oh man, they're like, oh, this is a big thing for them. And this next guy comes in and it's just there's no drop off.
Well, the perfect example of that was Jalen Hurts and Tua were the quarterbacks at Alabama at the same time. That's like Two quarterbacks killing it in the NFL.
They both played there.
Yeah, Saban took out Hurts and put in Tua, and Tua came in and threw a touch at a national championship. I mean, it's like, it's a minor league NFL team is what Alabama is, but I don't know. It's going to be good.
But as far as like the rest of the SEC, obviously Georgia's really good, but then you got their upper echelon. There's always like a couple of teams that could pretty much I don't know. That it's a different. It's more. I feel like it's more of an NFL style, where it's to the air, where Big Ten is more smash mouth, kind of football, and I don't know. I'm in over my head on this one. I don't think the Big Ten, historically speaking, the last like 15 years has done well against the SEC. I don't think. I remember Ohio State one year was just the year they won the championship. I think they beat an SEC team. Like, look, I say like LSU, even like the great LSU teams. I don't think we're at the level of a great Alabama team. But this Alabama team's kind of struggled a little bit.
Dude, I remember we were at that
fucking
game.
Nick Saban, dude. It's Nick Saban. I just,
I'll never forget that game we went to, Alabama, LSU, at LSU. And the last minute, Alabama got a touchdown. That place was filing out.
No, but that was LSU. LSU fucking coached their way into like that's the thing. The difference between having Nick Saban and not having Nick Saban. It's Auburn. Auburn had him fucking beat. Make a mental mistake, you drop a fucking punt, and then you fucking rush 2 on the final play of the fucking game, and the guy's standing back there for 25 seconds with all A-list fucking wide receivers. How long could those corners cover him?
Yeah.
At some point, you're looking back like, what the fuck? And you lose sight of the guy for half a second. Now, not taken away from the quarterback because that guy threw a fucking dart.
Why do you think certain coaches like Nick Saban aren't successful at the NFL, but in the college they are? Do you think it's just because they know how to deal with kids better than dudes that are making millions of dollars and don't want to hear your shit? Like there's more of a motivational thing for a young person?
I would ask a guy that coached at both levels. I have no idea, but I will say that I think being a college coach, as far as personnel, is way more different. I mean, you can't lock a guy down in the NFL, in the college football. These guys stay for fucking couple years, especially college hoop. These guys are all 1 and 10. These big guys, and so it's like it's not like back in the day when you got your Akeem Olajuwon, it's like, we got this kid for 4 years. He would have been a one and done. You have him for 1 year, and then the next year you got to try to find another one. So I don't know, but I would say that with my limited knowledge, college football seems really difficult to me to stay successful for a long period of time. Or maybe the kids just want to go if you're successful, if you have a successful program, but the proof is in the pudding, because most of those guys that dominate, look at that Ohio State guy. He fucking, destroyed Michigan for the first 20 years of this decade, goes to the NFL and just fucking flamed out, ended up in a Hooters with some chick on his dick, right?
Oh, yeah.
What the hell was that guy's name?
Urban Meyer.
Urban Meyer, yeah. So, and Nick
yeah.
Saban. But also, like, you coming up, you're going to go from Alabama to the Cleveland Browns or the Dolphins?
Yeah, I have a theory on it. I think that you motivate a young student athlete to be better than they thought they could be, and they'll run through a wall for you, and you call a guy over and you go, hey, man, I want to give you a chance. I want to get you off the bench, and you lift the guy's spirits, and he'll fucking do anything. And then you go to the NFL and you tell a guy that knows he can fucking do it, and he's just like, yeah, dude, I don't need to the fuck
Dude,
out
how
of here.
about the fucking – how many people keep coming at Bill Belichick? This latest thing they're coming at him for is his fucking coaching tree.
I get that, but
which has Nick Saban in it. Who gives a fuck about his coaching tree? And here's another thing: if the coaches underneath him didn't do shit, doesn't that make him seem like an even better coach? But then when you talk about that, they go, "Oh, it's all just Tom Brady." You know what it is, Paul? There's just a bunch of fucking haters out there. That's all they do.
Yeah. Well, number one, you blew over my theory, which I thought was a good one.
What was your theory?
No, I
didn't even listen to it, Paul. I'm so self-involved. My college coach thing. I actually agree with what you just said about Belichick. I think the fact that Belichick's coaching tree fails, or the guys under him fail, is because it shows him that he's better.
Like,
Yeah, like who the fuck? Who's Don Shula? I don't know who that coaching tree is.
yeah, they fucking Romeo Crennel went to the Browns and everybody thought it was going to be good. I remember saying something. Oh, you got that guy Crennel. And somebody's like, we'll see.
Dude, do you judge a comedian on who used to fucking open for him?
Right. Yeah, it's true. I saw that. I
just wanted to see your face do that silent wait a minute. I used to open for Bill.
I was like, well, I haven't, open for a while. It's hilarious.
You're my biggest success.
You know what's crazy about the Belichick stuff is how I've literally heard people say he's done and it was Brady, and then be like, yeah, but you know what? I'd take him. I'd love it if he I'd love it if he came to the Chargers. Like, you hear that. So it's like everybody who thinks he's washed up, it's like, yeah, LeBron's not what he used to be, whatever, but we'll take him. You know what I mean?
Well, that's the thing about Tom Brady. Tom Brady leaves the Patriots, and then he goes window shopping around the league to find the best situation. I mean, Belichick could do that. No?
Yeah, and dude, at what point is coaching out of Belichick's heart? How long are you going to do it? Is a man almost 80? I mean, how old is he?
He just broke up with his longtime wife, girlfriend, dude. This guy's they're gonna be wheeling him over. What are you talking about? He's probably got stem cells right now. What do you think? When is it out of his heart? Paul, what heart? What are you talking about? This man's mind.
But dude, is he 70? How old is Bill Belichick? He's got to be over 70.
He's younger than Pete Carroll. He's younger than Pete Carroll.
Is he?
Yeah, he's a year younger than Pete Carroll. Dude, Pete Carroll is the guy. He's taking the fucking Dick Clark HGH. Dude, that guy does not age. Pete Carroll looks amazing.
He's chewing his gum as fast as ever. He's running up and down the sidelines. He's clapping.
That's why his jaw, he still has a jaw. He's fucking chewing that gum like Mike Ditko always chewing the gum has the jaw.
Hey, you got to start chewing some gum, okay?
Yeah,
Here's the thing, though, man. Florida State getting fucked 13-0. I'm glad they're going to a deeper playoff next year where more 12 teams make it, because – a system's broken. If a college football team like Florida State goes 13-0 and they're not in a playoff,
the system isn't broken. There's 2,000 fucking teams. What are they supposed to do?
Yeah, but I'm talking about an undefeated team can't miss something, dude.
Yes, they can, Paul.
They beat everybody they got in front of them.
What are you talking about? What do
you mean?
Things fail all the time.
13-0, dude?
Yeah. What are you special?
But what do you tell them? Hey, you're the only team to ever be undefeated.
There's not enough fucking room. You remember when the choppers left Vietnam? There was people fucking hanging on the skids, falling off. This is what the world is like. There's never quite enough.
I know.
You pull up to these fucking stores out here, Paul. The store can hold 100 people. There's like fucking 10 parking spots. That's what life is.
But who deserves a parking spot? The handicap guy. I don't know if that makes even sense.
Who's staying home all the time?
All right, we gotta.
Handicap people stay home more than regular people, or is it just so fucking obvious when they do?
And how come the handicap spots are always open? When I go into a thing, they're always there. And then one time I took one. I couldn't handle it. I circled 4 times. I go, fuck it. I'm going in for 5 minutes, and I did it. What are you gonna do? Only did it once.
Jesus, Paul.
I only did it once.
Jesus, Paul.
There were 7 spots, Bill. Nobody was taking them. I circled 4 times.
Well, how do you know one of those wheelchair basketball teams wasn't going to pull up to get a fucking Slurpee? They all drove separate cars like fucking swingers.
That's how scared of my wife I was that day. Her calling, going, "What's taking so long?" I was like, fuck it. All right. I guess that we're getting the hint from the producer.
I would have defended you in that story, but I know your sense of direction, so I'm on your wife's side on that one. What's taking so long? You should have been like, what do you mean what's taking so long? I get lost in Manhattan. The fucking streets are numbered.
Dude, I got to tell you something before we get... Our producers are telling us to hurry up and go to the Monday Night Special. But before I do, Bill, I walked out of my hotel room, dude. I was thinking of you when I did this. The 2 people that laugh at me the most are you and Giannis. Giannis just goes, dude, I've never seen... He's like, it's shockingly bad. I walked out of my hotel room and I went the wrong way to the elevator. And I stopped in the middle of the hallway and I turned. And I go, how did I just couldn't get my bearings, dude. It's something. Somebody goes, oh, you have direction dyslexia. And they go, that's a thing. And I go, what is that? And they go, yeah, you just can't figure it out. I was like, all right.
Yeah, dyslexia has nothing to, that would be like,
yeah.
I guess you only read signs and you can't see what they say.
All right, let's get into the Monday Night Special.
Yeah, it's like being tone deaf. You can take all the singing lessons you can. You're not going to be able to sing a song. This directions is not your thing.
No, it's not.
You're just a traveling comedian. I don't think it's going to come up that much. Oh my God, Paul. You're so fucking lucky they have GPS now.
Oh, dude. Could you imagine?
Can I imagine? I lived it. I got off a plane one time late, drove 80 miles an hour in the wrong direction for a fucking hour and a half. I had to drive 80 back just to get to where I started, and I got a fucking ticket on the way. I told you that story. The fucking cop pulled me over. He was in his car. He had a little bubble. He got out. The only part of the cop uniform was he had the shirt. And he had like a tucked into Wranglers. I was in the middle of fucking nowhere. I was going like, is this guy going to kill me? He came up and he punched my window. He goes, get it out. I felt like I was in a Coen brother movie. All right, let's a Monday night special. Win some money for you.
All right, we got Giants and Packers, and both of us picked the other team. We got an under-over of 36. We got the Giants getting 6.5. We got Jordan Love playing quarterback on the other team. We got Tommy Cutlets playing quarterback on our team. Saquon Barkley's in the game. There's a lot going on here. I don't know. What do you think?
I think the Packers. I think Love throws one. And what's the under-over?
The under-over moved to 37.
Oh, I was going to say because I thought it was going to be low. 37.
Well, we could do
17.
I think Giants get an interception. Can we do that or no?
You shouldn't be allowed to do a Monday night special when your team is playing.
No, dude.
I think Saquon's going to get 245 yards.
You want to do a Saquon yards thing, or what do you want to do?
Over-under just moved to 37. Okay, Pete Carroll's 72. Bill Belichick is 71.
And those are oldest in the league, right?
Yep.
Wow.
All right, so the line moved from 37 to 36. So that means money's on the over. I'd take the over.
You want to hear some player props? Right now, it's like Tommy DeVito. You can get him, over under 150. That seems like where they're kind of starting. 150 is pretty low. I'd still probably take the under. I don't think he's going to put up 150.
150 yards passing?
Yeah, dude, who's he going to throw? I mean, yeah, that's Tommy DeVito. What did he have last week? Jake?
I mean, dude, 150.
Tommy DeVito sounds like some kid in detention, Paul.
Oh, yeah.
I told you to stop hanging out with that goddamn Tommy DeVito. Wherever Tommy goes, trouble follows.
Dude, 150 yards passing on Monday Night Football, dude, he should do that. I mean.
Jake, what do you think?
It's a low number. I mean,
real low.
It's hard to say. Hard to
Dude,
say.
He could dump a pass to Saquon if Saquon goes for 30 yards with that
Paul,
pass.
I'm sick of you talking about Saquon like he's burning up the league. He isn't.
Yeah, it's not like
he just isn't.
Yeah,
but he was hurt, dude. He was hurt for 3 games.
Yeah, but there's no chemistry between him and DeVito at this point. Do you know how many good quarterbacks right now are not hitting good receivers?
What do you mean? He gave DeVito the Tommy Cutlets nickname and hugged him and said, "I love you."
All right, so they had a good lunch. What do you want to do? God. Paulie chemistry. Paul loves the what's Bill?
All right, Paul, I picked 2. I'll let you pick the last one.
What'd you pick? Love to throw one.
I got Jordan Love to throw one. I got the Packers to cover 6.
7. Well, they
7.
got yeah.
So and you got what? When the fuck did it go to 7? This was 6.5 at the beginning of this podcast.
No, they got to win by 7. I'm saying.
All right. You say 7, Paul. Now I got to win by fucking 8.
Yeah, dude. Saquon Barkley's getting a touchdown in this game, Monday Night Football at the stadium. I mean, there's no. I would bet a lot on it.
Okay, I'll bet you $50 he doesn't.
What?
Yeah.
Damn.
All right.
A side bet.
Okay.
I'll bet you $50 he doesn't.
Saquon Barkley gets a touchdown Monday night.
Saquon, not Saquon.
Saquon Barkley. Don't tell me how to say my favorite player's name.
Well, you're fucking always talking about the guy.
Dude, where does he rank? Guys, I mean, he's not burning up the league, but he's for a guy that missed a bunch of games.
He's a great fucking player on a bad team. That's why he keeps getting fucking hurt. All right? It's deep in the season. That guy has taken a bunch of fucking 2-11 hits.
No, you're right. I you know what? You stopped me in my tracks because I thought about when he got hurt and it was they stopped him up at the line of scrimmage. You're right. Bad offensive line will fuck you up. All right. So
You got to get fat guys that can move, Paul. Just having people that are fat is not an offensive line.
it's true. It's true. You
We
got to
don't
have
care how much you fucking eat as long as you can move. All right,
You
I got to
gotta
meet
have
somebody
an
at
athletic fat
10:45.
guy.
Let's wrap this up. What do we
all
got
right.
here?
So we got Jordan Love to throw one, the Packers to cover, Saquon Barkley to get an anytime touchdown for your Monday night special. We don't fuck with the under over.
And me and Paulie got a side bet, $50, just to make it fun.
$50 that Saquon gets a touchdown Monday night. That's our side bet.
Paul, I hope I lose, you know?
Hey,
Because then that means I get to take you out for a steak dinner.
there you go. There you go.
Paul, it's $50. You should have been. Where the fuck are you taking me? Tads?
All right, guys, there you go. Those are our Week 14 picks. Monday night special. Jordan Love to throw one. Packers to cover. Saquon Barkley for a touchdown anytime. We hope you win. Bet responsibly. Deposit $10 into the account. You'll get up to $1,500 in bonus bets. So go to the BetMGM app, download it to your phone, and have a good time with us. There you go. Week 14. We got 3 more of these, dude, and the season is finito.
Hey, what's our records right now? I picked up 2 games. So what am I, like 4 under 500?
You're 1 game under.
How is that possible? I feel like I've just been I just went 2-2 every week.
Dude, you had 2, dude, what you're doing this, like, you don't even realize you've on week 14, you've had 2 games that were under 2 weeks that were under 500, dude. That's like nuts.
I know, but I've only had 2 games over. I've had 1-3, 1-3, and last week I went 1-2-1, so that's under 500 by half a game.
Yeah, but you're still Billy win some, lose some.
Billy win some, lose some.
But now
wishy-washy Bill. Oh, Billy Whiskers.
I think I'm still steady. I think I'm like 9 games over, 9.5, something like 8.5, 9. But
You're 8 games over?
I'm like, I'm 23, 15, and 2.
Paul, you are suplex in the book.
Well, dude, October, I just bent October over and fucked it. You know?
But you did that 2 years in a row.
Hey, Paul.
Paul, fucking Mr. October.
Bill, I'm a fall guy. I'm a
Paul,
fall
you're
guy.
20. Paul, you're 20.
Oh, no. I was 23.
You're 20. Yeah, you're 27. You're 27, 19 and 2.
27, 19, and 2.
Against the spread, Paul. Who's doing that?
Bill,
Where is
you're-
ESPN, Paul? Why haven't they hired you?
The best
Bill, you're
handicapper in
19,
the country.
25 and 2.
Yeah, I'm 19, 25, and 2, Paul. What are you talking about? I knew I was way under.
What do you mean? He's not. No. What?
Yeah, Bill was through week 11. Bill was 18, 21 and 1. 2 weeks ago he went 1-2-1, and last week he went 1-2-1 again. Right? 1-2-1 both weeks. You just said.
No, only
No.
1 week.
No.
What was last week?
He was 2-2.
Last week I was 3-1 last week.
Yeah, he was 3-1 the last week.
Don't you
and
take
then-
away my 3-1, goddamn you, Andrew.
All right. So yeah. So you're 19, 20. Yeah. So you're 22, 24 and 1.
So Paul's right. Paul's paying attention.
2.5 games back.
Yeah.
I know what Greek. Hey, I know what Greek I'm listening to on this podcast now.
All right, guys, there you go. Enjoy week 14, and we'll see you next week for week 15. It's so
Jake
sad.
the Snake, 4-0, baby. Let's see. Nobody's ever gone 4-0 2 times in a row.
No, dude. Jake the Snake could make history.
He can make history. The whole world's watching, Jake. All right, I'll see you guys. Thank you so much for watching.
All right, take care, man.